slowly start, oh, perfect timing. Slowly start to come on back. Oh, I definitely felt a lot there. I'll just go from head to toe and tell you, and then if you want to chime in or tell me after, feel free. But starting at your head, I had like overall just really good energy at first, felt like light and tingling. But then it started like my chest started to feel heavy. So usually I kind of stay there a little bit longer to see if, like, using some of the Reiki symbols, like I can relieve that and see if that's like coming from your energy. It like faded a little bit, but not totally. So I moved on to your eyes and it was really heavy there. So Reiki's like very intuitive. So you try to ask yourself, like, with what the person told me and the intention they set, like, how can I determine what this is trying to tell me? So I was just thinking, like, I know you said a lot of your like weak points or weaknesses in your stomach, but I wonder if more of it is actually in your head or the way like your eyes see things, like the way you're seeing something versus um, maybe how you actually feel about it. I don't know. It was interesting because the heaviest energy was in the head and the eyes. And then when I moved to your heart space, it was light as a feather. Like my energy was flowing, my body was moving. Like it felt like it wasn't in your heart space.
That's interesting. Super interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But it's interesting, right? Because like when I was on your head, my heart hurt. But when I was on your heart, it felt very light. And then when I moved to your belly, I expected it to maybe be heavy again, but it was pretty like peaceful, just good, like chill energy. Not very hot, not very tingly, not very flowy, just like chill. And then I did your wrists and your hips at the same time, and it just felt good. Nothing too strong or anything there. And your legs, I just did all together because we're in the short 30-minute period. But I saw like a little bit of purple, which is a good sign. Just means like overall healing. That's the color of healing. And I just did like a body scan at the end to feel like where the energy was the strongest. And it was at your head. So I went back to the head again to finish there. And it felt a lot lighter versus
Mm.
the first time. So,
Mm. This is so interesting because I could really feel it, you know. So at the beginning, I was like, yeah, holding a lot of tension, as I told you at the beginning, and then, well, I felt, well, I managed to do a lot of long breathings, so really full ones, which sometimes I struggle with. And the longer the session went, so the longer the breaths became.
wonderful.
And I also realized like air, something, you know, like a little bit of
Ah,
air around my hands. So this was really
wonderful.
very powerful, yeah. And at the same time, like, so stitches in the right arm, and
Ah,
then also in my right foot, so the same. So basically all the right part, which, if I'm not wrong, it's the brain part, right? So
mhm.
the right part is like the
Yep.
cognitive part of
Cognitive. Yep.
yeah. So it was like pretty much at the end, it was, I think I felt it from my foot until the shoulder, all the right part, like crisping a little bit, like a little bit of
Ah,
burning, and it just, yeah. And then again, I could do a long breath. And the thing is, I was thinking about this person and I started to smile. So it was like, at the beginning, I was like still holding a little bit of anger or disappointment and everything. And at the end, it was like I had an image and it made me smile. And I was like, yeah, but what's the problem after all? I was telling me. And this, it's very much related probably with this eyes and how I see things thing that you
yeah.
were mentioning.
Oh, I have the goosebumps.
Yeah, that's
That's amazing.
amazing.
I
Mhm.
wonder too, I love that you said like the right side and cognitive, because maybe it was how you're thinking and seeing things versus how you're feeling about them. So that whole side healed and then you were able to see a happier
Mhm.
image. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's so crazy. That's
That's
honestly, and at the end, I was like getting like a little fire and a little energy, and I had this impulse to smile, really, and this is what I'm feeling now as well. So
wow.
yeah, this is totally related to what you said at the beginning. I wasn't thinking like that, but yes.
Yeah. Sometimes that's the thing is like sometimes we ask like where do you feel it, but like most of the time, because some people will treat like those areas that you say like the belly, but I always like to do head to toe and feel what I feel to
Mm-hmm.
see like, because sometimes we don't know where we're holding things, right? Like you might be in
Mm.
yoga one day and you do a hip opener and you start crying and you're like, oh, I never
Yeah,
realized I held so much in my hips. Like you don't really know unless
yeah.
you're going through it. So wow, that's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite outcomes. That's beautiful. It's like a full
It's
story.
really, yeah, it's super. And I really feel it here, like I can breathe much, much better now. It's like flowing. Yay.
Yay.
No, that's so cool. I'm so happy, really. Oh, we are totally doing this again in a couple of weeks.
Awesome. Yeah, let me know whenever. I love being able to share this, and it's difficult to find people that like will give it a try. So I
Mm,
appreciate you doing it with me all the way where you are.
yeah, that's
So wonderful.
cool. Yeah, I need to trust people to do these kind of things because it's very, very personal. So if I don't know the person, I mean, maybe if I don't know her, but I have like a good feeling and good chemistry, I'm wanting to try to give it a
Yep.
try. But if not, it's just no, thanks.
Yeah.
It's the same with yoga. So I think there are a lot of good teachers where I can't connect them at all. So
Mhm.
can't do this. Yeah, but
Awesome.
that's crazy. That's so
Oh,
cool. Thank you so much.
well, thank you so much. I will. I'll type up what we both felt and send it to you after, so you have
Oh,
it.
cool.
And then I'll let you know about yoga too, and let me know if you have any questions. And the next like two to 3 days, just drink a lot of water like normal, like
Mm-hmm.
flush everything out. And if anything comes up and you want to share it with me, anything else, any other feelings, I always love to hear kind of how people are doing.
Absolutely. I'll be happy to do this. Cool.
Great.
Thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow at yoga. So you're sending me the
Yes,
invite.
I'll add you onto the invite too. Perfect.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect.
Have a great night.
You too. Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.